Daily Show on a Friday. And with Rob, Lenhardt, Max on Main in Belleville, opening next week. This has been really cool to kind of see the development of this and the progression. You guys really did a lot of work in this building, man. It's cool.
Yeah. We acquired it in late December. Really got into it after Christmas, early January. It's usually how it goes. Is you think it's going to turn into a 3-month, 4-month renovation, and 6 months later you're fighting to get out of there. But it's a 12,000 square foot property, and then it probably has half an acre in the back with a concession, bathrooms, band stage, horseshoes, and so on and so forth. So the inside seats about 300, and the outside we'll seat another 300.
That's fantastic. We have a photo of just one of the bar spaces here on the screen. That's beautiful, man.
Yeah, it's when you first walk in. There's 3 bars on the property. That would be considered the front bar when you walk in the foyer, right past the food counter for pickups. We added I think about 20 TVs, a lot of refrigeration equipment. There's 3 walk-in coolers on the property. The kitchen's actually bigger than mine downtown. So
no kidding.
Usually whenever you see those buildings, the kitchen's undersized.
Yeah,
and this was the rare occasion that the kitchen actually fit the capacity.
That and to me, it's one of those things where you're doing this, and I'm sure when you're uncovering things, there's so much that you find on the job than you do whenever you're even putting this thought together of how do we rehab it and get this thing going.
Yeah, the kitchen and dish room are usually the forgotten things.
Yeah.
People are like, yeah, let's go ahead and add 50 more chairs to this restaurant, and let's keep the kitchen the same size. We're guilty of that. We did that 15 years ago whenever we built our kitchen and started adding more chairs. It doesn't really work out. So it's nice to have that plant foot planted there and move forward.
What's your team look like when you're doing the rehab work and get the construction going? Do you guys have a pretty large team getting this done?
No, it's me and Jacob Stem.
No kidding.
Yeah, for the most part. Now, obviously, when it comes to HVAC, we hire Bush Refrigeration.
Got a contract,
sure. And, some of the electrical, we have to hire out. But for the most part, I would say 80-90% of the construction is me and a couple other guys.
I like just telling that side of it, too, because, I think so many times we might see it and go, man, that must have been just how many people were out there doing it. But just seeing, rolling the sleeves up and getting it done by June is pretty damn impressive.
Yeah, it's one of those things where there's a labor shortage to begin with, and the cost. I'm sure you've hired somebody to do something over the last couple of years at your house or something.
Roof.
Yep, it can get very expensive very quickly, and it's a real easy recipe to go broke before you even open.
Yeah, well, and leading into this, are you still hiring for the opening week and stuff, for positions full?
We had 180 applications. So
no kidding.
Yeah, before we even started hiring. So we'll I think we'll be give or take 50 employees out there to start. I kind of tracking right now by the end of this year, the Max brands will have around 200 maybe employees.
Wow.
Yeah.
How quick have you guys, or not quick, but take us to the last, when did you guys really start to grow, in terms of just the brand and adding these different locations?
Probably the last 3 to 4 years. The first few years, was more so getting things right downtown. You gotta, and that's still a work in progress. That never stops.
Right.
But you gotta get what you have right before you can go do something else.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, we're still, it's a work in progress. I think it gets better every year, but you never want to, stop growing either.
Yeah, you have to keep pushing forward. And now, do you have the opening day set? Did we give the date out?
I got my license yesterday. I should have my state license, I hope, today. So we're going to shoot for middle of next week.
Okay.
Maybe Wednesday, Thursday is what I'm feeling, just depending on the delivery routes and when we can get our product in.
And now, is it going to be the same menu as
exact same.
Yep. So Olga's is going to be there
no
too?
Difference. Yep.
Fantastic. Yep. I'm sure the Belleville folks are happy about it.
Yeah, Olga's is going to put out a statement. I just looked at their article this morning. They emailed me, so they'll be putting an official statement out too.
Really cool. I mean, it's really the way you guys transitioned with Olga's was really good. I know that it was a lot to get like inventory in, and everyone really wanted it right away. But you guys really managed that, I think, so well. And it's been great.
There's a lot of logistics that people don't see on the back end to make like something. It took probably a solid 3 months to get the product.
Wow.
Because it's manufactured in Chicago, and they're out of Detroit. So getting it down here to the warehouses and being able to buy that product and set those accounts up was a little bit, but it wasn't too bad after all, you know.
Getting back into Max on Main, this is 4204 West Main Street in Belleville. What was the biggest haul of the project? Was there one job or one task over it all that you guys were like, damn, this is going to take us a couple of months? Or
First month when I was in there fixing all the copper pipes with no heat.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh God!
I was using the heat lamps in the kitchen to keep my fingers warm the first few weeks we were in there.
Oh shoot! Well, and before Alton too is getting some cool stuff. You guys have the sidewalk permit that's going to start. What's that going to look like?
We'll have that kosher stone up next week, and then I already have my outside tables with the umbrellas in the back, so. We'll probably put those up next week. That'll be like a dog-friendly area.
Yeah.
It probably seats another 30, 40 people on that side. But, like the car show this Sunday, you would be very well utilized. The Kentucky Derby would be very well. Yeah. There's a half a dozen or more events every year. And it'll be open 7 days a week out there as well. So, but those big events, it'll be a niche. It's
going to look fantastic, too, and just add another bit of curb appeal, I think, too, to the area. Well, and so going forward, I know that there's some talk about the racetrack up in St. Clair. Fill me in on that. What's that going to look like for you guys and your involvement?
Well, when I put this deal together in Belleville for that Max on Main, back in February, me and the St. Clair chairman, Mark Kern, great guy.
He is.
Been fabulous to work. He's very well known around this area as well. He used to be the mayor of Belleville back in 2020, or I'm sorry, 2001, 2002,
oh, wow.
that time frame. But anyway, we started talking February and March and April. It started developing into something. The county is putting together this, $30 million racetrack. It's beautiful. It's still under construction right now. They're looking to hopefully get it wrapped up here in the next 6 weeks and actually have their first race on August 1st.
Wow.
But they're kind of redeveloped the whole property. Back in the day, it used to be something, and then it kind of sat empty there for 10 or 15, 20 years, and now it's getting back. The county took it over and redeveloped it. So the track itself seats 3,900 people, and the inside, I would say another 1,500 to 2,000 people. So, you can have 6, 8, even maybe more than 8,000 people.
Yeah.
The county fair is going to be there. The races, obviously. They're going to be having concerts in the summertime out there. So it's going to be utilized for just more than races. But Worldwide Technology is involved in this.
Wow.
So it'll be a good thing once they very, very good at what they do. Mm-hmm. They obviously have the Gateway out there, so they have NASCAR and everything else. So they know what they're doing. It's very important to have somebody like that involved in it. So it'll be a good thing for everybody, the city, the county. I'll be doing the concessions.
That's what I was asking. Okay, this is cool.
Yep. So the food and beverage. Inside and outside.
It's a great opportunity.
We'll be adding some jobs out there as well whenever we get started. We're shooting for end of July to get going on that. So kind of been bouncing back and forth in Belleville. Trying to get both of those things up and going.
Man, that's a lot. I mean, you just got to keep your head down and keep moving forward, I'm guessing, when you're doing all that. Real quick, are you guys going to do event stuff right away in Belleville, or is it going to take some time? Are you guys going to do event space rental and all that stuff?
Yeah, that half acre in the back that I was telling you about, that's kind of the party in the park once a month, wedding receptions you can reserve it for. There's a big need for venues in Belleville to have large gatherings, 200, 300, even maybe up to 400 people, weddings and whatnot. So I think that's kind of the beauty of the whole thing. People don't understand Belleville. There's 54,000 people.
It's not
56,000 people. So it's probably more than double what Alton is, or right at twice the population of Alton. So.
Is online ordering going to be available whenever you guys open?
We'll probably start the first 30 days and reevaluate on the online ordering and the phone pickups. You got to take the first step first.
You got to breathe a little bit and walk,
We don't want to overdo it. We'll have Sunday brunch out there, crab leg buffets and all that stuff. Oh, really cool. Yeah, so we'll probably start that in fall. Yeah. Get it going. There's obviously going to be things that we need to fix after the first week and change and, look at it 30 days into it and change a couple more things and get it right.
It's fantastic. This is going to be really cool. Whenever you let us know when that date is, we'll link everything and we'll make sure we have that date in there and get, everyone on that link to click it. But But real quick, too, if you guys have an event going on in downtown, you guys got to utilize Mac. You guys had the greatest space. That was so much fun, and the food was fantastic for our wedding. Seriously, I wanted to tell you that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for thinking of us to have it down there.
Yeah. Wouldn't have it anyway. I mean, everybody can just complimented the food. The atmosphere was perfect, and you guys really do well for anybody's occasion down there.
We probably get daily requests online. You just go to maxdowntown.com and you fill out a quick 30-second form, shoots over to our email address, and then we're pretty good about getting back to you in the next day or two.
If I can figure it out, they can. That's for sure. Rob, anything else to talk about for right now?
No, I appreciate you inviting me on your show.
I appreciate your time. It's 10:44, a little bit of change. We'll come back and talk with Team River Runner a little bit, and we'll wrap up Friday after this one.